pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And pitching here today, Rhett Lauder. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here.
Leading
and as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Nico Horner leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 107.
Horner with a homer in his last game.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
John Birdie at the plate. Clips the corner, 0-1. One out, base is empty. And that's in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
So here's Kyle Tucker now on the ground, just fair for a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, not in time. It's a double.
Wastes no time there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Seiya Suzuki. And that's a little bit high.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
And another ball.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they hold him at third, 90 feet away with 2 out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit, delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And that's the 3rd out. Cubs strand a couple. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in the Bronx. And today's starting pitcher, Justin Steele. What's the word on him?
Well, he's allowing just over 1 base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective this stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
We go to the bottom of the 1st. Now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
And And that one upstairs.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Forget it. His 38th of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And that drops in for a strike. One run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series. Not close with that one. Ball one.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Next pitch way upstairs. And downstairs.
No, that's down. Ball.
That one is inside ball four. And I mean, oh, so close.
Batting third, the designated
and
hitter.
now it's Juan Soto, second in the American League in hitting. Here goes the runner. And he grounds one back up the middle, tags the runner. On to Bush. It's a double play.
Batting fourth, the right fielder,
Aaron Judge at the plate. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And that misses.
That's a ball.
And that is ball one. That's down and in.
Ball.
They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
2 outs. Off the mark there. And that's ball three. Bryce Harper waiting to hit for the Yankees. And the 3-1. There's a strike.
I think it was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Aaron Judge with a rocket. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 2-0.
Pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down. Bryce Harper stepping in now for the Yankees. And first offering is fouled off. Harper went deep in his most recent game. Two out, space is empty. Next offering is downstairs. There's a strike. Outside low. 2-2.
2-2.
Right through there, got him. And that is the third out of the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-zip. Top of the second.
Leading
And now the first
club,
baseman, Michael Busch.
Michael Busch.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
First pitch misses.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at. Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. Fought off foul. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And first offering is fouled off. Swanson, multi-time All-Star, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. 1 down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Line to left, and foul ball. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
That one ripped. That's back there. And that one is gone. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. And first offering is fouled off. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that puts him just 1K away from 200 on the year. Cubs get 1 on the solo shot. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the inning, and now it's Frankie Lindor. We talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range. And
Ball, that's
close
outside.
holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And it's 1-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is
1-1.
speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Oh, that got away
That
from
hit
him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the
Leading
inning.
off for the Yankees.
And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, enters the day third in the American League batting race. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. Bunting, and he pops it up. Birdie makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Brenton Doyle.
Now the left fielder, Brenton Doyle.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion,
Ball.
and he's in full speed.
1-0.
Two on, 1 out. Clips the corner. And 1-1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Safe. In comes the run from second. And they lead by 2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Back to the top of the lineup, Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He's already homered in this game. Swung on, popped up left side. Birdie. And there are 2 outs.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the
Now
plate.
batting,
Had pretty good
third
timing on
baseman,
it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. And they lead by 4.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Juan Soto now. Swings through that.
On the mound, he's got to remember
0
his
balls, 1
offense
strike.
can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
And the lefty with the 0-1. Soto tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. He went around, says Rusty Valentine. Started after it, appeal to third, and he held back according to Rusty Valentine. Man on second, 2 down. Swings and misses, struck him out. But 3 score in the inning, 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Nico Horner.
Louder back to work. There's the strike up high. 0-1.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. And that's outside.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swings through it for the K. And that's his 200th strikeout of the season.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 1 down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And that one misses up and in. Gonna count 1 and 2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd. Cubs are down quietly. They're down here 5-1. Welcome back to the ballpark as we
Yankees,
check out the current playoff picture.
Aaron Judge.
Judge comes up empty there.
I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Just missed. Inside. Next pitch is outside.
Ball.
That one missed.
3-1.
And strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Judge rips that one. 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process.
Right.
He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Harper now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Inside, and it's a ball and a strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And now it's filled up.
Ball. Full count.
Goes down looking.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Two down, base is empty. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
That's
Just
the ball.
missed. That one
Right
finds
two.
the corner. 1-2. The shortstop
2-2.
takes the ball. Outside
Count is
low.
full.
Full count now. Jackson Merrill on deck for the Yankees. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Yanks held in check. They're up 5-1. Taking a look at some
Leading off the
notable
Cubs,
Rookie of the
the
Year
designated
candidates
hitter,
this season.
Suzuki.
Inside, just missed.
Well, a big lead
Whoa.
like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup. Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one wrapped foul. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs, the fielder, Ian
Happ up to hit. Flied to right his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge has it sized up. Nabs it. And there are 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up
next
enough
for
to
the
really
Cubs,
drive it.
the first baseman.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. First time up was a pop out. A little out front there as he swings through it.
These hitters have
No
been
ball,
very
1 strike.
aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Got him swinging. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They're down 5-1. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Colin Ray.
And
Now
as relievers
pitching for
go,
the
he's
Chicago
not a big
Cubs.
strikeout guy. He tries to
Number
force
53,
weak contact, so command and
Colin
execution are huge for
Ray.
him.
Jackson Merrill
Leading off
stepping
for the
in now for the
Yankees,
Yankees.
the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Caleb Thielbar up and loosening in the pen. Miller, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Just
That's
missed.
the ball low.
That misses, and now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
That one's in there, and it's 3-1. Center field. Crow Armstrong moves after it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Austin.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Austin Wells. He's 0 for 1. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball is outside. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And now two balls and a strike.
Let's go, New York.
And that's in the dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
One down, base is empty. Draws the walk there.
Four. Take your base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting,
Brenton
left
Doyle
fielder,
stepping
Brenton
in now for the Yankees.
Doyle.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No
Wells
balls, 2 strikes.
over at first with 1 away. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
That's a little bit low.
2-2. Let's go, New York. Full count.
This one in the dirt.
Let's go, Yankees. Show 'em how it's done.
Swung on, belted. That one's back there. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. He'll circle the bases. His 16th homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 7-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's already homered here in this one. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 8-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Now it's going to be Jose Ramirez. And that is out of play. This one's smoked on its way out of here. Jose Ramirez bops one out. His 47th home run of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 9-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Back-to-back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not. But I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Colin Ray done for the afternoon, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching
Tyson
for
Miller
Chicago.
into the game.
And
Number
compared to a
49.
lot of other relievers, strikeouts
Tyson
have not been a big weapon
Miller.
for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 2 in this one. Ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
Judge.
Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. No swing. And now 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
Just missed. Ball. Still only one out here in the inning. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked
Now
me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Bryce Harper to the plate. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Pitch misses. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Struck him out looking.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to Horner. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. 9 men come to the plate. 4 score. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Yankees 9 and the Cubs 1. New inning getting started, and the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Swanson, former 1st-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own. You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And down on strikes he goes. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm
Now
telling you
batting,
what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And next for the Cubs, Moises Ballesteros.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start. So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Crow Armstrong batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Crow Armstrong goes 5 feet 11 inches, 22 years old, a former 1st-round pick in 2020. Here comes the 0-1. This to 3rd, and that's just foul. 0-2 now. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Man at first, 1 away. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expected to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Corner at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count, 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Ballesteros off of first with 2 away. And a good eye there.
Outside.
Really nice slider right there. Sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
That one a little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Cubs leave 1. They trail it big. It's 9-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a foul out of play.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Late swing, foul to the left. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. He'll touch them all. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 11-1.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And next for New York, Brenton Doyle. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Foul ball there. He goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right
batter,
there.
number
Got 3 straight
13,
fastballs
second
looking
baseman,
in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Junior.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. Ripped to short. Sends it across to first. He's out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Jose Ramirez. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man.
That's a ball.
They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
That's outside.
Just missed.
Well, they gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
That's in there, and it's 2-1 now. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Next offering is down low.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. We're through 5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Top 6. So up now for Chicago, John Birdie.
John Birdie.
Louder back to work. That one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Merrill makes a nice running catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Fouled off left side. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. To the right side. And that chance handled. Jump throw. And very nicely done for the out.
The batter, the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Seiya Suzuki. Headed towards the corner. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
And in scoring position with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Coming home. He will score.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So man aboard, and up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. First pitch swinging.
No balls, 1 strike.
Happ stands at second with 2 gone. Strike on the inside corner.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Two outs. That one just misses,
That's a ball.
and it's 1 and 2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
That's a ball.
Next offering upstairs.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Yankees 11 and the Cubs 2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Caleb Thielbar.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Now up as the Yankees DH, Juan Soto, 1 for 3. He's a guy who does it all with the lack of contact in today's game. This guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Just misses with that one.
Ball, that's in.
Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. Over to first. They get the out on Soto.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. And that's down and away.
That's a ball.
Movement in the bullpen. Number 43 up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Presley getting cranked up as well. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce.
Here comes Bryce Harper. 0 for 3 in this one. That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike 1.
0-1.
The Yankees up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong puts it away, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That misses.
1-0.
Ball 1. Way high.
2-0's the count.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Into the second deck and gone. Kiss that ball goodbye. His 23rd of the year. It's 13-2.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now here is Jackson Merrill. Fastball for a strike. That misses the zone, and a count even 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He's been great in this
2 strikes.
one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Outside
That's a
low,
ball.
2-2. This one popped up. Swanson brings it in, and that is that. Another look at the long ball from Francisco Lindor. We're through 6 full. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Swanson.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And that one clips the corner.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And down on strikes. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Here's the catcher to hit, Moises Ballesteros. And strike 1 to the catcher.
0-1.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusted his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Ball 1
That's
there.
a ball.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good
1 ball,
rhythm
no
at the
strikes.
plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's in for a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit.
Tosses to first, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. This one pretty well decided at this point. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Yankees lead it 13-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. On the ground to the left. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brenton.
And now Brenton Doyle. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Out towards left center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there.
Batter,
He saved extra bases for sure.
Second
The pitcher's his friend. He'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Digging in, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Luis Angel Acuna. Trying to get something going for him with 2 away. First pitch, and he just misses. Two down, nobody on. 2 balls, no strikes to count. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose.
Runner at first with 2 away. And here is Jose Ramirez. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1.
Let's go, Yankees.
Just
No,
missed.
that's low. Ball.
Acuna off of first with 2 away.
Let's go, New York.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they come away without an out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Now batting,
Well,
the
he's
designated
really
hitter,
slowed the game
Juan.
down, and it's like he's moving at full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Caleb Thielbar done for the day, and the line not closed on him
Now
yet as he's
pitching
responsible for the
Chicago.
runners on base.
Number
Back with a new
43.
pitcher after this. Number 43 gets the ball
Little.
now.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
So 2 on with 2 away. Juan Soto.
Pinch hitting
So
for the
now a
Yankees.
pinch hitter,
Number
Zach
18.
Neto, looking for a big hit with 2
Neto.
out runners at first and second.
Let's go, New York.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. He'll score. Throw cut off to second. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 8th inning coming up. Yankees out in front, 14-2. Back in the Bronx, we're at the top of the 8th. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Headed down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Louder still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started. Well, right now, he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. He doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Birdie, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of the hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Kyle Tucker. The Cubs with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's downstairs and outside.
Now just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Inside, just missed.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here is Aaron Judge. The wind and the pitch. Called strike right there. Action in the pen down there.
0-1.
Julian Merriweather getting ready to go. Presley warming up as well. And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Here comes Bryce Harper.
Now batting,
and a little something extra at stake in this at bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Got him looking. And Harper down on strikes.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked it up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Lindor stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they add a run. It's 15-2.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now Jackson Merrill. That one not close. And that's ball 1. Two outs. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And another ball. Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1. That's ripped, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side.
The catcher,
and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Man at first. And the batter now, Austin Wells. Just missed. Ball. The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A massive home run. 2nd home run of the inning for him. It's 17-2.
High fastballs, especially with good velocity, can be really hard to catch up to. But he stays tall, his top hand works extremely well, and he absolutely clobbered it.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Number 43 will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
new pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Ryan
number
Presley.
55.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 outs, nobody on. And up next for New York, Brenton Doyle. And that one pulled foul. Presley, 36 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. And the slider just misses.
2-2's the count.
Next pitch is outside.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Acuna at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
1-1.
On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Ramirez.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
That one misses. 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong should have it. And the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Last chance coming up for the Cubbies. Back at Yankee Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Ben Joyce will take over here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so you should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
48. Ben Joyce.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a foul back, that's out of play. Caught and missed, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. The Yanks up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Judge going back on it. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. His 13th home run of the season. It's 17-3.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and he still managed to get punished with the home run. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So 1 out, nobody on. And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. They say you win.
No balls, 1 strike.
Fastball for a strike. Got him looking. And they're down to their last out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Joyce is just one strike away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got it, and that's the ball game.
Another day, another win. I really think this team has forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
Well, this one ends in a blowout for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.